How do you change a limiting belief with NLP? There are many ways. Here are 2 effective methods.
NLP is very good at helping you changing beliefs and thoughts. So what exactly is a belief? A belief is nothing more than a thought that you repeat to yourself with a sense and a feeling of certainty. So I could give you lots of techniques, many different ways to change a so-called limiting belief. And remember, limiting according to whom? How do you know it's limiting? But I'm presuming if you're looking to change a limiting belief, you have made some evaluation, some judgment, and you say, this is a limiting belief. So a limiting belief I'm going to define as a thought, a repeating thought that you have with a sense of certainty that causes you, in this case, to do or be unable to do specific actions actually. So for example, you might have a limiting belief that you're not good talking to girls, and therefore you are unable to go up and talk to a girl, say in a public situation. So how can you change a limiting belief? Again, lots of ways. I'm going to give you 2. One is look up the NLP submodality belief change technique. Basically what this works, and I'm not going to get into submodalities right now, I might do that in another video, but what you're looking to do is to identify the submodality components of something you believe really strongly, and also identify the submodality components of something that you don't believe, that you think is not true, impossible, or even, you're one way or the other, you're not bothered. Once you identify the differences between the submodalities of something you believe in really strongly and something that you don't believe in at all, or you're just not bothered, or etc., then when you change, in this case, the submodality of the limiting belief. So let's say the limiting belief is, I'm not good talking to girls. So I think about that, I've got a picture in my head, it's kind of really big, it's close, etc. And now I think of something that I don't really believe, and that is that, and let's just say that it's going to rain right now. And I think about that and I don't really believe it, and it's far off, it's way over there, and it's small. What I'll do is I will change the submodality components in my mind. So I'll make this big picture that I had here of me speaking with girls, for example, and make it small and distant and far away. If there are an audio component, if it's foggy or if it's hazy, I'm going to do that. And I'm just going to repeat that process over and over until that in my mind I'm now looking at this small hazy picture out there in the distance, and the feeling I get is different. It's not strong. In fact, it's quite weak. Yeah. Now I've got something that I don't believe in as strongly. Okay. Now, depending on the belief and what you're doing, it may take some degree of practice in terms of you need to repeat the process, because you're trying to train your brain to think and feel differently. So that's one way, and I've given you a very fast overview of that. So check it up, or if you've got a specific question, ask it at NLPTimes.com and I'll create a video for you. In the meantime, another way, and an obvious way in terms of changing a belief, is what you're trying to do when you're looking to change a belief. Remember, it's a thought that you repeat to yourself with certainty. How you want to do that is to create doubt. Yeah, so any belief, if you question it enough, you can create doubt. So what you want to do is find ways in which you're wrong, or perspectives that you haven't considered that change the perspective, change the way you're looking at the belief. So for example, if you're working with an NLP practitioner, they might go, well, can you talk to girls in public? As in a work context, can you talk to women? And the person goes, well, obviously, of course I can. So it's not that the person can speak to women. That's not necessarily the problem. Yeah, the problem is that when they think about, in a social context, going up with the purpose of getting a phone number or whatever, that they get this anxious feeling. Yeah, and therefore the person has now made it in their head that, oh, I'm not good talking to women. Yeah, but that is not necessarily the case. What it is that they are capable, and in fact are good at talking to women. It's just that they've got this feeling, anxiety that comes up. So by playing with how you're looking at stuff, and by introducing more questions and trying to find yourself wrong, what you can do is begin to introduce more and more doubt. And suddenly you'll get to the point where you go, actually, that's not the problem at all, and that I am capable of talking to women. My real challenge, or my real limiting belief, is X. And then you've got something that you can go and use again to challenge and to undo. And of course, once you've got the belief, is you want to set up a new belief. As in, what is it you want to believe instead? What's the thought that you want to set up in your mind with a sense of certainty? And what are the actions, the behaviors that you're looking for that belief, so to speak, that thought that you have in your head to enable, to allow you to do? So I hope that's been useful. If you have particular questions, leave a message here, either on YouTube or wherever you're watching this video, or you can contact me at NLPTimes.com. If you're looking to learn more about NLP, then visit www.nlptimes.com.